Hello, Dr. Wong. I did not want you to have to read another of my boring papers that go on forever. I thought that this could be fun. Hope it will suffice for my reflection.
Well, Leslie, I am sure this will be great. You are awesome. More awesome than you can imagine. I have had fun working with you over the past 15 months.
On teacher content knowledge, I will give myself a 3. I feel that even though I might not be the best science teacher out there, I know biology and I know life science. I know that I was a much better math teacher, and that is my passion, but I am learning how to teach science. I know about how kids learn, and how I need to help them make connections.
Ah, Leslie, you are making learning relevant to the students' lives. This is constructivism. That is music to my ears. I am so proud of you.
Thanks. I'm using more inquiry in class and letting them discover for themselves when I can. But sometimes they just have to be given the facts. I haven't become a master at this yet.
Okay, Leslie, how do you feel that you do on student anticipation of understanding and misconceptions? I feel you do a good job of knowing your kids and anticipating their screw-ups.
I learn lots from teaching my first class of the day. I see where kids get confused, so I'm a much better teacher as the day goes on. I also reflect on what I remember didn't work last year. Even though I cannot plan for what kids know or don't know, I put effort into thinking ahead about what might be problematic, simply because I am new to teaching science, and I have so much more to learn. I will give myself a 2 on anticipating student issues and misconceptions.
Great. How do you think you fare on integration? I know each time I listen to you teach, I always hear some connections to other disciplines. I think you make a valiant effort to do this.
I couldn't agree more, Dr. Wong. Thanks for the compliment. I always look to make math connections and I occasionally make ELA connections. I will give myself a 3 here. What was videotaped did not lend itself to connections. But I constantly make those connections in class. I believe that this reinforces those other subjects and helps students learn.
Okay, the next component is the repertoire of strategies and materials. I would consider this to be one of your weaknesses only because you're new to teaching science. If I were evaluating your math teaching, I am sure that this would be off the chart. I feel that this will come, as you better learn how to teach science.
I suck at teaching science. It is so hard to have students apply on a daily basis. Before they can apply knowledge, they have to obtain that knowledge. I have learned about inquiry. If I were teaching IPC, I feel that I would be much more successful in teaching. But in biology, the rules change all of the time. It is very frustrating. It just seems like the other subjects don't change, and science changes daily. How am I supposed to keep up with the changes? The people in charge of science curriculum at the state level appear to be idiots. We are adopting textbooks this year that will have to last for 10 years, but the state is redoing curriculum in 2016. Stupid. I will give myself a 2 because I'm better than a 1. I incorporate lots of different strategies for learning: computers, games, matching cards, puzzles, conductivity testers, and more. I usually allow the students to partner up with whomever they choose. On any given day, they may sit wherever they like. I do not assign seats until behavior is an issue. I do not teach pre-AP classes, but I have an understanding worked out with some of my more smart kids to always include the lower kids and their groups. Nobody ever works alone.
Okay, Leslie, from your notes here, I see that you give yourself a 1 on differentiation. That really surprises me. The notes say that all of your students are either on or below level?
It really depends on how you define differentiate. I always accommodate and assist all students, regardless of any papers. I do what is best for my students, but I do not have various tasks going on at the same time. I cannot multitask and it bothers me tremendously to have many different activities going on at one time. I keep kids on the same page.